And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio. Alright, I have got some more coverage up here. Just because as I, built this out, I was like, coverage ended like right here. And it was like they could easily get in here and just devastate my little system that I have here. So basically what I've done is each machine now has its own little supply. And I'm just waiting for all the machines to sort of fill up and start, backing up. So basically, every time it cycles through, we get an extra one, and I've explained that many times. So it goes through, and we get an extra one. So every cycle, it's doing good. Now the thing wants about 80 in there at once. It likes to have 2 crafts worth of material all at once. And that's kind of what all of these, why I have these all kind of short-circuited to feed into themselves. Because there's no point in wrapping these around over and over and over again when the machine itself wouldn't turn on even if we did that. Because they want 80. So as soon as we get 80 in each one of these, and then this belt starts backing up, right? So this belt will start backing up as soon as we get over 80. So what this does then is this is prioritizing this side over here. If this backs up and is full, it'll start spitting them out over to here. And as soon as it starts spitting them out over here, then these will fill up really, really, really fast. Like this one's already up to 71 because this is the only one getting fed from all of these. The 0.7% probability that we're getting these is made a huge difference between the two. I don't know how, but one of the side effects of having all of that in there is when these get done with a craft. I don't know if there's any like close. There's one. See how it shuts down? And it has to wait in order to get the rest of it in order to start back up again. So the faster it gets to the point where it's just going constantly. So when this empties out, there's 40 in there. So once this hits 40, the machine will go constantly, and you get a few extra seconds of production out of it. And I think that is the big, between that and the few that I've gotten from this process, has made a big difference. So now any excess is going to go out here and it's going to start filling these belts out here. And so I have another output right here, and it's linked to this storage. So I have it set to when the storage has more than 500 of that good old 235, when this whole system is so backed up that this belt backs up all the way up to here, and then this has another 500, which, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a while. Then we can start outputting extras. We can start outputting right in here. Then and only then, right? That will give us a healthy amount of buffer in there. And so what I want to do is I want to create a craft for the fuel. And one of the great things about the fuel is that it gives you a 10x amount of fuel for every 235. So you can see the recipe. 1 235 gives you 10x uranium fuel cells. So you get 10 to 1 from this craft. And what we want to do is we're going to split that. And yeah, I've got some extra. Let me try something. I'm going to hit like, was it Shift C? Ah, it was. Nice. Shift C deposits the stuff in your inventory evenly around. It's part of the even distribution mod. So thank you for that little tip. We are going to have this go in there and this go in there. And you can get fed like that. All right, so we want iron. Well, we just happen to be using iron to make our lovely sulfuric acid. And I really kind of want there to be an extra set up here. So these trees are going to be dead soon anyway. Wow, it's kind of crazy that I'm feeding this place from all these medium poles. Really? Okay, so I think if we follow this line, yeah, we're right under here, which is right under there. So I'm gonna go up with it. I'm gonna go up here with it. And then we're gonna go right down in there. And why not feed this like that too? And then this will output into a buffer chest. I mean, we could do a passive provider on this. Yeah, let's do a passive provider on this. I mean, granted that it's not covered yet. It kind of gets in my way. Down here wouldn't. Let's do one there. Yeah, that'll cover it. And we need something that doesn't interfere with my planned beaconage of this area. Like so. So that covers that, and we're gonna be merging all of our networks together. So like let's borrow a little bit. This is almost at 80. Look at that. Then 37. It's got like 3 more cycles before these are going non-stop. Two more cycles. Can we get just like one more? Just one more or something? I kind of want to borrow a little bit to kickstart this. Oh, let's get Iron Run. I way overbuilt my sulfuric acid, but that's par for the course for me. Yeah, and this, now that I'm looking at this, I'm gonna cut that there. This gets in the way of me doubling this. Like, really in the way. So in the way, in the fact. I'm gonna cut this off. You can go in there. Let's rethink this. Because I do want the ability to spread these out and to have like another set like up here. Maybe-ish right there. So we're going to take this. These can just get redropped in here, and we're not losing anything from that. And then we're going to want that covered like that. Just so I can put another splitter here and have one going up. That's the whole point of that. So, if anything, these would be offset one square in. I just want to, you know, I like future-proofing my builds. You know, if I have future plans to do something, I want to be able to do that and not have to refactor like the whole kit and caboodle. So we're gonna build this up here instead. And I bet you, okay, we're still in range. We're going there. And that still works. Like so. We're going to go out with a provider chest. So that's linked up to there. And we want, well, yeah, let's just put a limit on this. A decent limit. Something like that. I think it is better. And then let's finally do that. Put you back away. And then we can finally connect the iron up. Look at that. We've got extras. We've got extras. 5 extras. So I'm just going to drop those in there. That's 50. That's 50 of the uranium fuel cells. Now, where are the bots in here? We have 50 bots in the system over here. There's 12. There's 33. And we have 5 more somewhere. There's the other 5. Now, I don't think I have enough green circuits to just manually upgrade these. 2 green circuits. I need 100 green. I don't have nearly 100 green circuits. Now I have enough. Let's get those converted. Because once I merge the 2 networks together, you know, the bots will be shared. And I know there are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of reasons why you want to keep your things separated. There's another. I still do not have enough green circuits. I thought for sure that I would have had enough. There we go. No, not that one. This one. Sorry about the noise. I can't. I have no power over how loud that is, I guess. There. 50 nuclear construction bots. Super duper fast. Excellent. And there's even more building up over here. And again, there has to be a lot in there. All right, and all of these other ones are now going to be running continuously. So that's huge. And then these, look at that. We have 80 in there. And then so now any extras, once this backs up to here, any extras will continue on and help fill the rest of these. And so it's just a matter of time before the whole system is so backed up that we get that extra bump out here. And then we get, finally, some of the fuel that we want in large amounts. For now, I would like to possibly, well, yeah, we need to go work on other systems. Noise again. So one thing I did is I took out the whoops, that's not a good thing. I removed the craft for gun turrets, just vanilla gun turrets, bullet-based turrets, because I'm not using them anymore. I don't have any infrastructure at all for those. And so I recycled them all and got a whole bunch of iron and gears and all sorts of things and stuff. I can keep like the iron and stuff on me. That's fine. I got a ton of pipes though. Why do I have so many pipes? I guess I was overzealous in my pipeness. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We want this to be a buffer chest. This to request pipe in decent amounts. More than what we have stored there. Always have more than what you have stored. I want to do the same for this. Request more than you have stored. Okay. Because one thing we can do is we have trash slots, and we can dump stuff in the trash, and it gets taken away from us, which is nice. We also want to do. Well, I'm gonna hold off. I did smush in a nice little crafter for radars, because we've had some attacks that killed our radars. Oh Lord, that's a problem. Deconstruct that. Pretty sure, yeah, pretty sure I have a bot that can do that. And they don't have any storage, so storage chests. I usually don't place a lot of these around, but I'm gonna need one down here. And he immediately is gonna go, oh, there's a storage chest. There we go. That reminds me, I probably want one on that system. And one on this system. Wherever that supply chest, like right there. Yeah, this is a very active corner due to this base down here. And my red circuit's backed up, which is nice because I want to start moving into nuclear power. And that will enable us to basically branch out. Let me take this away and do that. So our logistics system, I stretched it out to the main area for our rail. Because we are going to start using bots to build our rail. Now, one thing I'm not sure of, if I hit B, 2-lane rail, game blueprints. Can I? Why can't create a copy of this? And if you want a copy of this blueprint, blueprint book, create a copy of this and put it down there. There we go. Now I've got a copy of it on my person. The string for this blueprint book is in the description of the video. It is a tileable set that one of the viewers made, and it's glorious. A few things about it that I'm on the fence about is just the sheer amount of like chain signals that they have in here. Like it's a lot, but you know, he said it works, and I'm going to use it. In order to get the string is pretty long, but you should have a import string button down here, and you just copy and paste that string, hit import, and it gives you it should give you this object, 2-lane rail blueprint book. There is a website, I think it's called like Factorio Blueprints .com, whatever, that has just thousands of blueprints on it. So there's tons and tons of blueprints. But we are going to use this for our rail system. And if memory serves, see, one of the stickler things that I have with this is it does not. Yeah, you see, I'm off grid there, and that sucks. So I'm just going to have to place this on grid. Like right there. And then place this on grid there. So one of the things it does not include are roboports. I typically, when I do blueprints like this, I typically build them so they incorporate roboports into their design, and so the building of all of the things doesn't really it's not really interrupted, because you have roboports automatically being placed and they just keep going. So maybe he can upgrade the blueprint, maybe not. I don't know. See, you can see that rock is in the way right there. If I shift click, it's automatically going to remove that rock. Shift click that, and I'm going to need to build my four-way junction. And if memory serves, so you can overlap. You can see the markings there. You can overlap that. I think that's a good spot to overlap. You can see the red. Shift. Bingo. And I'm going to want a few more. I do like the blueprints. 2-lane straight rail. This is 3x. It's actually pretty handy. So that, probably one more. You can see the rail that I pre-placed, these little rail segments. That's why I did that, so I could do stuff like this. This placement of blueprints from the map, this is a new feature, and I have to say I'm a fan. And we are going to need some, yeah, we're going to need some. We're going to need some landfill. Up here is a ton of stone. And if I remember right, landfill is just stone, right? Yeah, 20 stone. It's a lot of stone. And the craft time on that is 0.5 seconds, so it's 40 stone a second. Believe it or not, this belt is only 30 items a second. So it would be a 1 1/3 of a full red belt in order to keep that thing pumping constantly. That's a lot of stone and mining and pollution. And all that stuff would have to go up there, and I'm going to need to have a setup that is protected. I'm not sure how many mining machines I'm gonna need, but let's grab another set of those. How about, we can take half a stack of those. We're gonna need a lot of belt, some of those, all of those. You can see all of my rail stuff. This is why I automated this. The signals and the track and the stations. Stations, and oh, that's a lot of stations. I'm going to grab a stack of those. But all that is automated, so we can use bots, and that's the whole point. Is we need the bots. We need the bots out and about. Let's check this. I don't have any lights over here. Let's fix that. There we go. Now we have some lights. So yeah, you can see we're backing up here. And this guy has got quite a bit. 62. And this guy is 55. So obviously this guy is getting more. Yeah, see, there's a few that, yeah, see, he's getting a little bit every time. Awesome. That is awesome. And the whole system is now running non-stop. It's glorious. Okay, so we need some... First of all, we need some roboports out here to get the bots to go do some stuff. So what about... What's our spacing looking like? Let's say we're going to do right there. How far does that go up? That goes up to there, so we're going to be right about there. Why is there red and green wires connecting all of those? I did not know. Well, I guess the whole system is going to have red and green wires stretching across it. That's something I've never done. Okay, so all the bots coming in, build all of the things. So where does the next one go? Next one goes right there. So we got above the power pole and then below the power pole. So I don't know how that is going to affect the next one, which is going to be off a little bit. So let's go down with this one. So we're going to go there. And we have a bunch of bots coming in. So the next one is going to have to go. Yeah, see, there's not an exact spacing here. So we're going to have to sort of fiddle with the power a little bit. But they shouldn't ever be too far away from power. I'm hoping. Look at all... Oof. That's a lot of trees. Okay. I'm getting distracted and it's not helping anybody. We're going to need a bunch of turrets. This is where all my steel is going, by the way. If you notice, my steel line is barren. The vast majority of it are going into turrets. Which is hurting my production of purple science, but I don't care because I'm not researching anything right now. So I'm going to go over here to our stone. And we're going to set up a little system to mine this, hopefully. Not interrupting too much. Another attack wave. That's a pretty small wave, actually. I've got a lot of protection up here. But the reason why I'm doing a lot of this is preparation for some of the outposts. Because our steel is hurting so bad, our copper is running dangerously low. Our stone is running dangerously low. So we're going to need to start getting train systems to shuffle things around a bit. All right, we're going to want another one of these. Yeah, see, that's not good. Let's get... I'm going to get you. That'll give me a little bit of an idea. Because of the miners, you can mine in between, or I mean we could skew off, but I want to focus on mining all of the core of this out first. I apologize for my voice. It's not liking me at the moment. Okay, so this is definitely the first stone we want to mine. I don't know what's going on with my audio. Okay, and then this is going to be landfill, and we're going to just load it right up. And then over here, we're going to have another one. And we're going to have this. Output priority left. Just because, again, we needed 40 per second, and this can do 30 per second, so we're going to need another something in here. Now, I'm not sure. Once I get these up and running, I should know whether or not it's going to be enough. But mining this core out first is a good thing. Getting that. Oh, can I offset? Yes, I can. We're going to do a buffer chest. Passive provider. Why not? You are going to pick up from that side. You are going to pick up from that side. Now, if all of these start mining and it gets down to about right, you know, if it gets into here somewhere and the belt is full and these aren't mining, then I will split these off, put an underground in here, and then run these separately. Just in order to make sure these are pulling as much as possible. All right, let's stretch the network a little bit more. Okay, there's that. So I need the next one to be right there. Now, can we get a... Can! Yay! Okay, so then this one ends right underneath that belt. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here, and it's already built, so I don't even need to estimate. And then you get a power thing. And that should, yep, that'll build that out. All right, let's get some power. I was just trying to get power up. You know, there's no sense in trying to run power if, you know, we've already got power coming up here. So that'll give me a power pole right there, which I can then just push into there. And once that starts, we're going to need some defense around here. So where's my... Oh, look at that right there. And you. And let's just get rid of some of the trees so we can see. I always have a tree and rock remover down here. It's so handy having that right on my hotbar. Oh, this one, 2 squares in the wrong direction. So right there. And we're gonna want one arbitrarily up here. Now remember, these are kind of temporary. This whole system up here is a little bit temporary. Power. And then we're probably gonna want one over here. Yep, I was right. Yay. I like guessing right. We can merge this in a little bit, get a little bit more coverage on that northern wall, and get power from something we have power from already. All right, let's square this off. Always make sure your corners have, you know, you beef up your corners by a lot. Still have, oh, we're down to 90 construction bots. That's sad. None are available for reasons. But you can see now the logistics system is sort of getting spread out, and they have to cross like huge areas that don't have any recharging, and that's where my nuclear bots really shine. Is when you're just trying to build your base, and you know you don't want to deal with shenanigans. All right, we're not really out. Yeah, there's quite a few, and that's the whole reason why I needed a lot of protection up here. Because there's a ton of biters up here, and they're gonna start getting really angry that we are mining. So we need some more coverage, and this is another reason why we need nuclear power, because the amount of power draw that we're hitting when these, you know, turrets are firing is starting to brown out our base. Okay, I think that's pretty good there. We not even close to filling up that belt. Wow. Okay. This is going to be input priority. Ah. This doesn't have any, so either. I like when they match up. So you... that will ensure that one, at the very least, is, you know, running smoothly. Although, again, these are 30 a minute, these are 40 a minute. So, or per second. 30 per second, 40 per second. Crazy, right? This is crazy how much mining this is. I'm still not filling that belt. This belt here. Crazy. But we've got landfill now, and I can come down here and drop a little landfill wherever it went. There it is. Hit your plus sign on your numpad to increase the size of your little dropper thing, and then we can place a blueprint. Probably, well, we don't need to place the big one because they're all tileable. We can cover that up just like that. All right, so we need a bunch of trees and rocks gone from here, and we need to zip down there. So hopefully, hopefully this will do it. Let's add a little bit of protection inside here. Oh, that's not protected. Just in case. Give the biters something to think about if they actually make it back here. And then there we go. We have some landfill, and we're drilling the heck out of all this. I mean, there's millions in here. But we're going to be using a metric ton of landfill to fill in some of these lakes. Because the lake, a filled-in lake is a great spot to put a nuclear reactor. Should I build... Oh, I don't even have the resources for that. And once we start running trains, I will explain how the signals and chain signals work. And how you can build a pretty efficient system using all the tools available to you. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.